I like to think of bass as all the best parts of like brown trout fishing. They slam streamers really hard. They fight like a boxer. They don't run. They kind of look you in the eye and they want to take you out when you're fighting them. Fish like really big flies for them. You can get really creative with the fly patterns. They're just cool fish. I mean, they eat big prey, which I think is awesome. I love fishing big streamers for them. Love the feeling when you hook into a fish and like you don't know what it is and you like kind of puts the fear of God into you when you hook them. They always keep you on your toes, kind of where they're sitting, what they're doing each day. You got to really tune into the weather changes. You got to tune into what they're doing at each time of year. My name is Dagur Guðmundsson. I'm a fly fishing guide in Iceland over the summers for Atlantic salmon and brown trout. And the rest of the year I'm out here in California guiding for carp and bass. If you've never seen an Alabama rig that the conventional bass guys use, it's like a school of bait fish. So it's 5 teasers up front and then 1 hooked fly in the back. And they're out there chasing schools of bait fish, or you just matching the hatch. So you keep seeing fish chasing schools of shad into coves and feeding on them, and you can toss like a single fly into those schools, but you can also make your own school. The way it is now is not too dissimilar from when I first tied them, just on a tube. I used to play around with different weightings of the teasers to make them heavier, lighter, different shapes and sizes of the teasers and how to make that fly swim correctly. But most of the tweaking has been just in kind of the general profile of the fly to make that beautiful umbrella action on it. I think it fishes better than the conventional Alabama rigs because you can fish it on a fly rod, you can fish it lighter, you can fish it bigger, you can fish it with like materials that move inherently like craft fur on the big flies. You can fish that really slow, fish it suspended, you can fish it right under the surface of the water. Kind of the endless tweaking I get to do with the fly patterns when you're chasing bass is a lot what keeps me going back to them, just because they're fun and they'll eat anything, but they don't always eat everything. I think fly tying for me is like inseparable from the act of fly fishing. It's like artistic. You're imitating something in nature, but you're also putting your own kind of spin on it. I think that's beautiful.